Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Tortoise, the Tier 9 British tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Minsk and it's under the command of SlyMeerkat, and well, alongside him is Owen Enraged in an Object 430, and he's got another partner today because I think that's let's have a look at his name. It's What? Is it What Largo? Whatting 99. I'm sure he'll actually correct me if I got his name wrong. Anyway, the Tortoise, its design was called the A39 during development. It's basically an assault gun that was actually designed to try and knock down the Siegfried line. In this version, it's got a 120mm gun capable of 400 alpha, and with standard rounds it would normally penetrate through 259mm of armour, but you can see here that Sly is carrying his usual mix of rounds to mark his vehicle, and so he's only carrying 45 rounds of premium, and with those he can penetrate 326mm of armour and 5 rounds of HE just in case he needs them. They'll do 550. That was a good shot there. Got 430, but it was a low roll for 322. Now the Tortoise was actually powered by a Meteor engine developing 650 brake horsepower. It's a V12 petrol engine, huge engine, but I mean, crumbs, it was a huge tank, it really was. If you've seen the one at Wellington, you'll actually see it and go, oh my god, it's absolutely massive. In fact, it's so wide, you wonder how they would actually cross any rivers or get through any, across any railway line for that matter. I mean, how they could transport it by rail. You wouldn't want it to drive all the way there because it's just so big. In fact, it's a good thing in the sense that the war ended when it did, because if they'd actually gone ahead and mass produced these, it would have been a major difficulty for the logistics people to try and move this thing. Oh, that was I don't know where that shell went, but that should have hit the rear of the 430. That did, and he got a high roll off that one. And again, he's hit the tracks. Yes, it would have been a major problem for the logistics people, but I'm sure they would have got round it somehow to transport these things. The usual weak spot is that cupola. As you can see there, it's the loader's cupola actually. And if you can knock that, if you can hit that, you'll penetrate, because that's a weak spot. The sides and rears are fairly weak as well. The front of the vehicle, though, is 273mm of armour. So unless you aim for the weak spot, you are going to take some damage. And look at these tanks now, they're lined up to die, because these rounds will just punch straight through him with APCR. There goes the defender. The 705 is hiding at the moment after firing that last round. Of course, we've got to watch out because he's got a rather big gun. But the M103 is not going to survive this, and we can get behind this concrete block and then take care of business. And oh, we did take another round from the 705, but there goes the M103, and now we're going to face the 705. Nice shot right underneath the turret of the dead tank. Show us your rear. Oh, he's turned now. He's angling to avoid getting any more pens. We might as well move towards him. Ah, they pulled back out. He can't get a clean shot at us because of the wreck in the way. And he's now out the game, and the TS5 is ahead of us. So Sly's got 4 at the moment. Now he is trying to mark this vehicle, and he's having some success so far. He's getting there. You can see that some of the rounds that were actually fired at him were heat rounds. Oh, T2 prototype. Low roll, 364. Come on, you can get the kill. Oh, missed out. Okay, SU-101, you can do that. Yes, nice hit. High roll. But we took a round from the SU-101. He wants to stay alive. He's not going to if he does that though. You can see that the enemy aiming for that machine gunner's port because, or machine gunner's port, the loader's port, because it is such a weak spot. Scorpion takes a round for 361, but he's got that 128mm gun, and he fires an accurate round straight into the cupola. Behind us, a Wizzy 120, and we managed to clonk one round in, but it's HE round. Didn't do a whole lot of damage. He's loading the premium now. I think he made a bit of a mistake. He loaded the HE for the Scorpion, realising the Scorpion's got very light armor, he'll do maximum damage. But once the Scorpion had pulled back into cover, he had an HE loaded, but then the Wizzy turned up, and all he could hit him with was the HE, and it just didn't do much damage. Okay, well the SU-130PM really needs HE rounds as well, but I think Sly is reluctant to load the HE now. Okay, there's a Tiger 2 just around the corner, and he's just killed our Emil. Yeah, he needs some help from his teammates. He's decided to go backs against the wall in the hope he'll attract that Tiger 2 to come round. It still could go either way because the enemy team has got 2 tanks left. Oh, no, they've lost another, the SU-130PM. He's getting into a position. Yep, that got the Tiger. He tried to tempt the guy to come out, but he wouldn't come out, so he had to try a shot. Scorpion! At last he turns up and he angles to avoid that guy getting a shot in return. Only gets hit in the tracks, but now he's low on hit points, and that Scorpion must know it. He's done a huge amount of damage, 5,484. He's blocked over, well, nearly 3,500 hit points. But we don't know where the Scorpion's gone, and here he is, and he's dead. And that is the end of the game with a Top Gun for SlyMeerkat. Here's the end of battle stats for the first game. Yes, this is a two-parter. He got an ace tanker in that game. Not surprising. He did a huge amount of damage. He also got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 10. A Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemies. A Duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him. Fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. And a Shellproof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He got a Spartan medal. Yes, he blocked or ricocheted a non-penetrating shot from the Scorpion when it actually hit the tracks, when he had less than 10% of his hit points left, as well as a Steel Wall for blocking the most damage in the game and surviving at least 11 hits, and a High Caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. It was definitely worth it. Look at that. This battle took place on the 29th of December, so it's been sitting in my to-do list for a little while, but I've got around to it at last. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, there you go. Top of the table with 5,761 hit points is SlyMeerkat and his Tortoise. Second highest damage in the game was the SU-130PM on the enemy team with 4,661. And the third highest damage in the game went to the VK4502 on his own team with 2,407. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those with 6. It was the Tiger 2 on the enemy team and their SU-130PM who came second with 3 kills apiece. And then when it came to 2 kills apiece, it was the VK4502, the T44-100 and the Wizzy 1201 GFT on the enemy team. And when it came to base XP, it's Sly again. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,594 in the Tortoise. That's pretty good showing there. 930 went to the VK4502 and 762 went to the T44-100. Owen Enraged got 802 hit points. Didn't get any kills. 520 XP. And the other team member, the one that I couldn't pronounce his name. Where are you? There you are. It's Wolf. I think Wolfing is his actual name. That was me. I just couldn't pronounce it. Sorry, I do apologise. He was in the A phase one. He got 1,118. Not bad score. No kills, but 561 XP. Sly fired 30 rounds in that game. You only get 50, so he still had a few left. 23 direct hits on the enemy and 18 penetrations, 1 splash. That was the round he fired at the Wizzy 120, the HE round by mistake. 5,761 hit points of damage, of which 762 were done at more than 300 meters. Those were the shots he fired into the field, trying to get the SU-101 and the T-28 prototype. 13 hits received from the enemy, 5 penetrated, 8 non-penetrations. Most of the guys who were actually penetrating were firing either at the lower plate, which is a bit of a no-no on a Tortoise. Unless you've got decent penetration, you should aim for the cupola, the machine gun cupola on the top, because you might find you might not be able to penetrate the lower plate on the Tortoise if you haven't got enough pen from heat rounds. Some of them did fire heat rounds into his lower plate, but the best thing to do is either to aim for that machine gun port or hit the sides and rear. He also, as I said, got 8 non-penetrations, and a lot of those shots actually hit the strong parts of the vehicle, either the tracks or they hit the heavy armor on the front. 3,490 hit points of damage blocked by armor, so he certainly did block a lot. 3 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 1,153 hit points of damage assist. He earned 53,180 for the game, 39,885 from personal reserves, 23,931 from battle payments, and 32,706 from personal missions payout, to a grand total of 184,269 credits overall. But after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, remember he was spamming the premium, well, apart from one shot which he fired, which was HE, and so he actually ended up with 30,337 credits profit, because he didn't fire too many rounds, but he did get good effects from the ones that he did fire. 1,594 XP, 2,391 from personal reserves, 15,542 from personal missions payout, and 359 for playing in a platoon. Took away 20,683 experience points from one battle. That's a huge amount. So that's the end of the first game, and it's a very good ace. Let's have a look at the second battle. And here's the second battle, and this time round SlyMeerkat's on the south spawn of Serene Coast, and alongside him is Omen Enraged in the Kunstpanzer, and that's his only partner in this game. Now it's funny I should mention Omen Enraged, because I just recently saw that he got a Pools medal in one of his games, and well, he put it up on the What Replays website, and so it will be featured in the general What Replays channel. So you can see Omen Enraged in action collecting one of those rare medals. Well, rare? They're not so rare actually. I'm doing huge numbers of replays, and there's some really great battles on that page. Phenomenal number by people using Barasks for some reason. Yes, I think they are rather OP. Well, he spotted an enemy, and it's an IS-3A. Oh, nice hit. Low roll for 378. Remember, 400 alpha from a 120mm gun. He's trying to get his third mark, and you can see he's got 2 marks up already. He's even changed the camouflage. Now this game was fairly recent. I believe this one was in February. So he's been working on it for 2 months nearly. Well, month and a half. Oh, been spotted. Likely to receive enemy fire now. He's a bit of a prominent target. Yep, here comes the first one, and it's a Progetto. Just trying to work out where he is. Oh! Yes, behind the tree! Of course! 2 hits! Yeah, I think the Progetto's well and truly impressed now. Now he's got 2 major holes inside him. Oh! No, he fired one back because he was very upset. Okay, Sly's done a bit of weaving, and he's managed to get over to the other side. And it looks to me like he might be engaging some of the enemy tanks who are coming up from the peninsula. They've managed to break through, and yeah, I think he's letting Kunstpanzer know. His teammate, Omen Enraged, trying to get an angle so he can shoot these guys. Nice shot, but he actually hit the Object 263. Well, one of the 263s, rather than the other one. And the second shot didn't go through. So he managed to turn in enough time to get a shot. Looks like the enemy's going for our cap. He fires one in at the lower plate of that 263, but he fires one back. Gets us a 452. So Sly's decided, is he going to go over it again? Well, he is. Oh, no, that was a mistake. And he takes a round in the side from the CS-52 list. The Fox. And there he is. Long range shot. Nice hit. High roll, 435. So now we know why the enemy appears to be understaffed on this side of the map. It's because most of their force went into trying to take the peninsula, and they succeeded. And they're now coming from both directions, from directly in front of us and also from our right. Just seen that M449, didn't get a pen. Now he's got a rock to one side of him. So long as he stays behind that rock, he's okay. But I think he wants to get at the enemy, and that means he has to cross the railway line to do it. Okay, shoot through the railway line. Yeah, gets a nice hit on the Batchat 25 TAP, the tier 9. Oh, gets the cupola on the M449. I forgot to mention this tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it, and the list mentions himself again. And oh, a high roll into the rear of the Object 263. Oh, he's flipped himself on a rock. Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, you're not going to live very long, Sunshine. You're easy meat, and Sly takes the kill. But Sly has lost a lot of hit points. And he's bouncing around from the list, trying to get the lure. They are up on the enemy at the moment. But he's taken a lot of damage. Okay, Lerva tries to get him again, takes a round in the tracks, fixes that. Straight away, burns his repair kit. Luckily he's got a large repair kit, which means he can fix it and fix everything at the same time. Oh, Charioteer tried one and takes a big hit. Well, low roll, but it's a big hit for a Charioteer, and it makes him a one-shot. The Lerva's still there. And this time round, the round goes through the turret for 425, a high roll. He's going to try and shoot the M4, and he gets him! That's his second kill. Only Rage just got one so far. A nice shot into the 25 TAP. He's certainly farming the enemy at the moment. Oh, just didn't get the Lerma. He's using the premium ammo. You notice he's actually reduced his number of premium rounds now. He's actually carrying some standard just in case. Goes for the Lerva again. This time round he finishes him off, and he can get this guard. Oh, no he can't. Go for the gap. Yes! And the guy's killed immediately afterwards. The Batchat 25 TAP is vulnerable. He's being attacked by Owen Enraged. There's nobody behind us. The enemy's all been wiped out around our camp area. The 25 TAP's gone. That means there's only two left. The Liss and the M53, M55. And apparently he's quite a good player. And there's the Liss. And he's trying to defend against our guys, but he can't defend, and he's out. So it's just the CS, the M53, M55, not the Liss. There he is, trying to fire underneath the wagons. Oh, nice try. Nice try, but the kill goes to the Processo 54, and that is the end of the game. Huge amount of damage for SlyMeerkat. Well, just look at this. It's a third mark of excellence for SlyMeerkat in the Tortoise. Yes, he's finally done it. He's got his third mark. He got a second-class tanker out of that game, as well as a Hand of God for surviving the battle, having received damage from 4 different enemies, 5 for effect for doing more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle, and a shell-proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of his own vehicle. He also picked up a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team, as well as a Steel Wall for blocking the most damage on his team, and a High Caliber for doing the most damage on his team in that one, and of course surviving at the end of the game. Let's have a look at team score. He's right at the top of the table when it came to damage with 6,155 hit points. He's very consistent at doing damage. Second highest damage in that game actually went to the Object 263 on the enemy team, or at least one of them. He got 3,436, and the other one got 3,369. Which one of those did he kill? It was Leximus. So it's the top one. He actually killed... Oh no, it's the bottom one, sorry. I beg your pardon. The top one he didn't kill, but the bottom one, the one he flipped himself, yes, he did kill that one. And the fourth highest damage in the game actually went to the Progetto on his own team, 2,442. Owen Enraged got 1,927, still alive at the end of the game, and he got a kill. When it came to kills, it was Sly again. He's got 3 kills out of that one. The Object 263 also got 3 kills. And when it came to base XP, he's got the top on that one. So he's got the top on all 3 columns. 1,245 went to Sly, 1,006 went to the Progetto, and 947 went to the Batchat Barask. We should say Owen Enraged got 762 XP. So yes, he was having a good game as well. SlyMeerkat fired 29 rounds in that game, got 19 direct hits on the enemy and 17 penetrations. I think he's getting the hang of that 120mm gun. 6,155 hit points of damage, of which 4,708 were done at more than 300 meters. He was certainly rocking that game at long range, wasn't he? It was the shooting at the Lurva and the Progetto, and of course even trying to get the M53, M55 at the end of the game by firing through the wheels of the railway wagons. He got 18 hits from the enemy, 5 of those penetrated, but 13 of them didn't. And that qualified him for the Steel Wall. 3,710 hit points of damage blocked by armour. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3, and did 840 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 49,361 credits from the game, 37,021 from personal reserves, 22,213 from battle payments, and a total of 140,680. But he did fire a lot of premium ammo, and in this one he did actually make a small loss of 9,354, but he won't worry about that because he got his 3rd mark. 1,245 XP, 3,736 for personal missions payout, and 280 for playing in the platoon. Took away 5,884 experience points altogether. Congratulations to SlyMeerkat, marking the Tortoise. It's actually quite a good tank to get, and if you marked it this well, because it took you about I think it took you about a month and a bit, not 2 months as I thought. It's about a month and a bit to mark it right from the start, and that's very efficient, and I'm sure a lot of people appreciate the Tortoise. Actually is quite a fun tank to play, so well done for doing that. I'm sure that we're going to be coming back with some more battles with Sly in some different vehicles very shortly, so do stick around on our channel and you'll be able to see those. If you did enjoy this, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.